Count Dankula's channel completely demonetized. As if the poor guy hadn't already gone through enough. Today on Tube News. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tube News here with Orange Star News. YouTube, as Amp Lemon says, really is on a downward spiral because Count Dankula here, a man who's already had a lot of trial and tribulation for making some edgy jokes on YouTube, actually because of the messed up court system in the UK, actually ended up going to court for it because he made a joke about training his dog to be a Nazi, even though it was obviously a joke and it was obviously satire. The UK, being the kind of place it is, of course, took him to court, and now the lovely people over at Buzzfeed have jumped on his neck because, you know, it's not like they've ever done anything to be sensationalist or clickbaity. Ever. But yep, basically, there was a BuzzFeed article written not long before Count Dankula got his channel demonetized. It was been written within, actually, it just came out today at 4:45 a.m. this morning, and he basically out of nowhere, Count Dankula is suddenly thrown in with the alt-right or the far-right, along with, of course, Paul Joseph Watson and Sargon of Akkad. Paul Joseph Watson, he might wear the... He's definitely on the right with the where he is, but I wouldn't exactly call him far-right. Sargon of Akkad has actually taken multiple political tests and remains on the center-left, and Count Dankula is a libertarian, and I think, from what I've seen of his content, I'm pretty sure he's the libertarian with the small L, not the Libertarian Party, but libertarianism has libertarian ideals. And he, because this article got written, and then after this exact journalist, a Mr. Let's go up real quick, Mark D. Stefano, messaged Count Dankula over his Twitter, asking him how his channel monetization was doing. So Count Dankula woke up to this morning to getting a message from this guy and decided to check on his channel. And the entire thing was demonetized, and now he's made this video on his entire channel being demonetized. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that because of the political elites in Great Britain, Count Dankula has essentially been ostracized from UK society in a lot of ways. And so YouTube was really one of his best options as a source of income. But he can't use his Patreon anymore because of the mass people that have fled out of there because of the Sargon of Akkad issue that's going on there. He can't use Subscribestar because PayPal and MasterCard screwed over Subscribestar, so he physically can't use that. And he's basically had his only other source of income, his income ad revenue from YouTube, completely taken away, despite the fact, and this article actually points it out, that Count Dankula had been previously demonetized. His entire channel had been previously demonetized. When that happens, and that has happened a lot to YouTubers in recent days, you have to go through manual review in order to get those remonetized. So supposedly, somebody at YouTube is actually supposed to go through and watch each of your videos to see if they're suitable for content to be played on it. And on the offhand chance, you do technically run the risk that if that person watching actually feels that you violated a community guideline, that could result in a strike instead. That is the one risk you run with it. But Count Dankula's entire channel was reapproved for monetization. Manually. And so, despite being demonetized, He got remonetized. So YouTube said it was okay. But now that Buzzfeed, the clickbaitiest, least newsworthy website on the internet, has made a hit piece on him. And not even on him. This hit piece was actually focused around Tommy Robinson. But, of course, just mentioning his Count Dankula and people like Sargon of Akkad. I wouldn't be surprised if we see too far in the future Sargon of Akkad making his own video saying that his channel's been demonetized, because that's what these people do. That's the issue with a lot of the major journalism sites, and I'm saying this coming from a perspective where I have been through journalism courses. I've even considered a journalism major, but like these people, like, you didn't even stay awake in the basic journalism classes, did you? Because you're supposed to check your facts and you're supposed to give honest opinions. You're not supposed to just defraud people. That's one of the reasons I like Tim Pool so much, is because despite the fact that, yes, Tim Pool is on the left politically, he gives everybody an equal and fair shake. It's one of the reasons I like a lot of these YouTubers that these people are defrauding as alt-right, because they give people a fair shake. They actually go and interview people. This guy literally just messaged. He never asked Count Dankula for an interview before smearing him as an alt-right activist, or alt-right, whatever you want to call it. He never did anything like that. He just messaged him. He's like, how's your channel monetization doing? Like some kind of snide little, quite frankly, high schooler. That's what these people act like. They're gossiping high schoolers. They're not journalists. And they just smear these people, ruin their abilities to make a living, and then they want everybody to parade them around like they're little, oh, look at me, like look at my little honor badge, look at me, I'm so great. And it's ridiculous. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe this guy has more about it, but like until he corrects something, I'm sticking to my guns, especially since he's a BuzzFeed journalist. Like, really, YouTube, why would you listen to these guys? This is scraping the bottom of the journalism barrel here. This is like scraping gum off journalism's shoe. And this is coming from somebody who's a centrist. I don't like Fox News. I don't like CNN. I don't like any of the major news sites nowadays. For a large part because of these reasons. They refuse to actually portray people honestly. It's one thing to ask somebody a tough question. You know, there are tough questions that need to be asked. You need to go up to somebody that could very well actually be a dangerous person, and you need to ask them the tough questions, but you need to let them answer, and you have to let the public decide whether or not they're honest. That's not your decision to make. But whatever. Parade around with your little buddy squad, and everything's going to crap, guys. I'm telling you, these edgy YouTubers and these political YouTubers are just the first step. They're coming for us next. But hopefully things work out. Count Dankula, you have my subscription, and he's even said he's going to continue making videos through this. Despite the fact that his channel is entirely demonetized, he does this because he cares about free speech. But, of course, nobody wants to listen about free speech anymore. So, we'll see what happens. But, in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I hope that Count Dankula gets his channel remonetized, and hopefully YouTube can get its crap in order, because this community is under attack, and by its own platform of all things, and it's just painful to watch. But thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, go consider showing Count Dankula some support. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.